Welcome to part 1, where we will be painting holly leaves with watercolors. An outline drawing is done, which is available for download, and now with an elastic eraser I'm taking out excess amount of graphite from the paper. Covering drawing with paper towel, taking my palette and ready to mix colors. Adding water, Sap Green for the first mix, a little bit more intensity, and adding lemon yellow to make it more brighter. This first mix is for the backside of holly leaves. Second mix is Sap Green with Perylene Green. It's for the front side of the holly leaves. Adding a little bit Ultramarine Blue to make a cooler mix. And the fourth mix is just a very light amount of Sap Green with lemon yellow, what was left on the brush. Also adding a little bit of Alizarin Crimson for the stems and some darker places. This is the first leaf, which is already done. I'm showing you the result, and we will be doing another leaf on this holly branch. Let's start painting. Adding water, painting one section at a time, and carefully. These leaves are quite small, that's why I'm using very small brush and going slowly, working with the tip of the brush. I'm taking my second mix, which is Sap Green with Perylene Green, little touch of Ultramarine Blue there, and I picked a section which is the darkest one on this leaf, and slowly, careful with edges. As you see from your reference that this holly leaf edges have a little lighter, almost yellowish line, border line. So we need to leave the white unpainted space for those border lines. While the surface is still wet, I'm moving and adding more pigment, and water is not very much on my brush and on my palette. It is something between dry brush and wet brush because of the area is so small. I can't make big watery washes and very smooth transition because the area is so tiny. This is a very detailed work, requires patience and time. Precision with brush strokes, no rush, because we have those border lines and we need to leave that really tiny 1 to 2 millimeters, not even 2, 1 millimeter line between to the edges. It will be a great addition of the little details and makes this holly leaf more realistic. moving to the next section. Again, adding water, very small amount, just to have this shiny appearance on the surface, no puddles. And I'm taking the first mix, which is Sap Green with lemon yellow. That is the back side of this holy leaf. It is much lighter than the upper part. And I'm working very with small brush strokes and leaving that space for this edge line. Taking a darker mix and adding shadow part. Be careful, look at your reference, notice changes in shadows and lights. And with the tip of the brush, I'm adding where I need it, and careful with the edges. Now I have more Perylene Green in my mix. I'm creating shadow part where will be berries of this holly, and those berries are casting shadow on the leaf. That's where I am now painting the darker green mix to create this cast shadow from the berries. And now I'm at the finishing stage of painting leaves for this painting, and also finishing part 1, which is all about leaves, painting leaves, and still adding some intensity to the really darker parts. That's because I'm constantly comparing to the reference and still noticing that my greens are not as saturated and dark as they look in the reference, and that's why I'm adding more and more as I go, comparing also to other leaves which are already painted and comparing to the reference. So also that my painting looks whole, not that one leaf is very rich in colors, other is pale, unless it is somewhere behind the branch. And in the second part, part 2 of this holly, we will be painting berries and stem of this holly branch. And it will also take some while because berries are very also small and detailed, and there's a very detailed work with those berries, but the result is worth it, and it's an amazing practice to master skill of realistic watercolor painting, to master skill of brush stroke control, and to see those details, see those beautiful additions that you need to make. So the next part will be all about berries. And now take a look at the finished, what you will have after part 2. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks.